Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video we'll learn how to reposition components from one place to another inside a 3 framework. So let's go ahead and start the editor. To start the editor we'll first, so I'm using Pipen, you can use Conda as well. So to start the editor, first of all I'll get inside the virtual environment. Now that I am inside the virtual environment, I'll write Atri start and press enter. It will take some time to open the editor. Okay, so the editor has opened. I will just bring in the editor from my other screen. Okay, now in this editor, let's first of all see the problem. Okay, the problem is, let's say if I drag and drop a flex box, okay, and then if I drag and drop a button, okay, let's convert this flex box. I have selected the flex box now. I'll just convert this flex box, let's say, into inline. Okay, so now whenever I want to move this button, reposition this button, let's say I have one more flex box over here. Okay, by the way, whenever we drop a flex box, as long as the flex box is empty, we see this dashed line around the flex box. Okay, so in the produced app, this dashed line will not be there, and this flex box will have like 0 height. Here we see some height. This is just for ease of development, so that we can drag and drop things inside this flex box. Okay, that's why we have some height initially. Anyways, coming back to the point, let's say we want to reposition this button from the earlier flex box into this new flex box. So I'll just click on this button. The moment I click this button and I start dragging, the button becomes a bit with less opacity, like opacity less than 1, right? And then I'll just hover over the new place or the new parent where we want to reposition this button, and I'll just leave my mouse. So now this flex box has this button, but the old flex box is empty, and that's why we see the dashed line again. But what if I wanted to reposition this flex box and button together? I wanted to reposition this flex box and button together. How can we do that, right? First of all, the other problem is, how can we select the flex box which is parent of this submit button, right? Let's say whenever I click over here, I am actually selecting the button, but how can I select the parent of this button, which is the flex box? So to select the parent of this button, I'll just I will just press up arrow key. Okay, the moment I'll press up arrow key, now the flex box is selected, not the button. So I'll just go over here and I'll write flex, let's say 4, and let's click on the button again. I'll just write button 4, any name, you can give any name. I'll just, okay, so you see when I'm clicking on it, I'm actually selecting the button. And now I'm pressing the up arrow key. The moment I press up arrow key, I'm actually the flex box gets selected. Okay, so now we know how to select the flex box in these scenario when it is hard, or basically when it has child element which is capturing all the space. Okay, now to reposition this button along with its parent flex box, what we have to do, once we have selected the parent flex box, or we have selected the component we want to reposition, in this case the flex box which is parent of button, we want to replace that flex box. What we'll do, once we have selected that flex box, we'll press command, and then we will do the same, like we'll click on it and click on the and move our cursor to the new parent. Okay, now when I do that, notice we do not have that flex box. That flex box moved along with the button. So if here is the new parent, like here is the new flex box, and if you click on the button, if you press upward arrow key, here we can see the flex box moved along with the button. Okay, So this is how you can reposition things in the visual editor. Okay, when it's hard to select the underlying element. So here submit button had an underlying element which was a flex box, and we wanted to reposition them together. So this is how we will do it. First of all, I'll just summarize. First of all, we will select the flex box that you or whatever we want to reposition by using up arrow key. Once we have selected it, we'll press command in Mac. In Windows, you can press control key, and then we will click on it and drag it to the new click on it and drag to the new parent. That's it. Thank you for watching.